Hi friends, good week. Vlad is here with you, and this is the last week of August weekly review, and we're talking about 29 of August 2011, and we finally are going to finish with the summer period, which was not easy at all, but still provided some interesting moves. For example, the Swiss pairs. Now let's go over the charts and see what the market will have for us this week, probably. First of all, let's begin with Bernanke. Bernanke chose, all the market was waiting for him, but he chose not to decide. Bernanke, all he did was to actually delay the decision till close to the end of September, 2021 of September. Now, from my point of view, it sounds like he is looking to blame the government. He is looking to blame Obama and Qatar, and he does not want to make any decisions as long as he can. He still says that they have enough tools to push the economy up, and this actually provided with very bullish sign at the end of the previous week on Friday. Now, I must say that the charts are looking, well, misleading, right? But if you take a look on the majors, for example, Euro, dollar, pound dollar, New Zealandian dollar, and Australian dollar, you will see the same. They all look bullish from one side, but they all still have bearish signs from the bigger chart. So I think that only based on Bernanke's word, the market will continue up. But it's only a bet, because I have no idea how the market is going to open the week. It's only a bet just based on fundamental stuff. Let's go over the chart and see some opportunities that we might have during this week. Let's begin with the euro, which has the resistance line plus the trend line, right? The same area around 145. If it will break this level, we will probably see the euro finally going all the way up again to maybe 147, 150, and 154, which could be the final target. So yes, it does look bullish, but once again, no idea how the market is going to open this week. So all we have to do is to follow and see. A close above the 145 should provide this bullish call. Let's take a look on the British pound. Instead of the not as the euro, it crossed the 20-MA, retraced to test it, and still below it. It's a weird sign. And if we take a look on the weekly chart, we are still bearish for this pair. Still bearish. So once again, this, for example, is not a pair I would like to touch. Let's continue for another major, and this is Australian dollar, which did not provide this down move as I expected it to do on the previous week, and retraced based on Bernanke's words. Right? Based on Bernanke's words. Now it is crossed again the 20-MA, but RSI is still kissing the 50. There is still stiff resistance, which might actually any moment just take and retrace it based on short-term divergences. So Australian 106 is the level to test. Let's continue for New Zealandian. The same story. Expected to continue the down move after this retracement, and it did not happen, and we continued up. Now also the RSI is kissing the 50. We closed above the 20, but there is a resistance, as we can see here, and on short terms there is kind of beginning of divergence, right? If you take a look on the shorter terms. So what's going to happen? I think once again Bernanke's words will provide a bullish move. Well, just theoretically just because he said they have enough tools to fight it. How long it will be? It might continue all the way till September. But the divergences, the long-term divergences, for example the euro, if you take a look on the weekly chart, the divergence is still here. Yes, it might rise, yes, it might create a new high, but it will continue, it might continue for higher highs. And it's fine because we have to join it. But this sign is very bearish, for long run of course. So the last expected rise should be actually the last rise of the euro. Until the divergence will complete it, it will take time. It's a weekly chart, so it will take time. And we should enjoy it possible, right? But remember this situation, because divergence is still here. The New Zealandian is also here. It might go for maybe higher highs, but this sign will continue with us. And another up move might retrace powerful down. So to sum up, I think we will be bullish on this period. Or in other words, we will be against the US dollar. This is how it looks like. But once again, let's see how the week opens. As you can see, all the majors are on resistances. Let's see. It's very important. Breaking above them will provide us the up move. Now let's take a look on some other interesting pairs. Let's watch the franc pairs. Euro franc is going up. We said it not once, and here we go. On Friday it went up again. Now I expected to reach the 20 MA of the weekly chart, but let's take a look on the daily chart. The rise is clear. We have a beautiful resistance area just on 118.30, even less. If it will break this level, we are going all the way to 120, 121. And if this level is broken, we are going for the last resistance, 124. A level which I expect the euro franc to retrace powerfully down for a correction of 600-700 pips down at least. So stay bullish yet with this pair, but pay attention for the resistances mentioned. If you are out from the investor from the very, very low, as we discussed several weeks ago, just take this support line and look for possible retrace to the support line and buy opportunities from it. It should be good. As a stop loss, just look to protect yourself below this sideways move low. The resistances will be your targets. Let's take a look on the next pair based on francs, the Swiss yen. The same story, right? It did provide a sideways move and it did break down at the end. Now we have stiff support area here, and if this area will be broken, we are going all the way to 92, and we might even go to 90, which will be, as you can see, the lower boundary band of the weekly Bollinger Band. One of these levels will stop the down move, provide the continuing divergence, and will take us all the way up. Until then, I am bearish, very, very, very bearish with this pair. If you missed it, the same as Euro franc, look for retrace and look for joining it. The stop loss above this high should be enough. The support will be your targets. The same, of course, with Aussie franc, right, which has resistances there and higher. Let me just show it here and here, and the last important one is just right here, around 91.50 or 92. So all of them are bullish. Of course, pound franc the same, and CAD franc also the same. Just choose what franc pairs you are going to join. Another interesting pair that I suggest to look for is euro pound. We discussed about it on the live room, and we said it is a bullish situation until well, we are very limited, as you can see here. It's a clear range of resistances that should and would on 90% stop the rising of the pair and provide good correction. Let's go for a 4-hour chart, and here what you have: continuing divergence, a beginning, right? Let it rise. It might retrace down for 20 MA and continue, and on one of the resistances look for completing the continuing divergence for taking the longer correction. My appreciation is are about 70 to 100 pips correction. Once again, the continuing divergence should provide us some correction and up move again to one of the resistances, and the possible down move from there. So these are my expectations for the upcoming week. Let's take a look also on the indices. On the indices, it's very not clear situation. From one side, the 20 MA is holding with the resistance. RSI is still bearish for on 4-hour chart. It also has a bearish divergence. If the daily chart will break the resistances with the RSI 50, it will be bullish sign. The same about the Dow, and of course about the Nasdaq. As you can see, all is waiting for the opening of the week. Yes, I do think the market might rise, but once again, it's as for now just a bet. Let's see how the market opens after they understand. They had a weekend to understand and realize Bernanke's words. We were looking for Euro Canadian, which zigzagged powerfully during the last 2 days. I suggest leave this pair alone. I still think it's a question of time until it will correct, but it might rise from here to 144, 145 to complete another leg of continuing divergence and then make the move. As for now, after being zigzagged with this move, I prefer to stay out. When the situation is not clear, I suggest and prefer to stay out of the pairs. About the yen pairs, well, I recommend not to touch them, as really the situation there is totally not clear, and that's all actually. Well, about Aussie Kiwi, I was looking for previous week. It is continuing to zigzag. The break of the Bollinger Bands with the RSI looked like nothing. Retraced here actually did nothing, and well, I'm on a sideway on the fence actually for this move. It's really not clear from my point of view, and that's all. Well, friends, I will be on a family celebration, family holiday this week. If you will look for me on emails or Skype, please know that I will not be available, so you will not be replied. I will be back on next Sunday evening, and you can look for me then. I try to elaborate as much as possible for the trade that might happen this week. So I wish you good luck, friends, and once again, make some profits with these possible moves, and of course pay attention for divergences. As you can see, after the franc pairs, especially the franc pairs, we understand the divergences never lie, and when from the level they begin to the same level they will return after the move will end. Remember this, and it will help you a lot. Thank you very much for your time, friends, for watching this video. I wish you a beautiful week, and I'll see you in a week from now. Have a good week, and our hearts are with US friends, New York, and all this coast. Stay strong, friends, and we all pray that this hurricane will end as fast as possible. Thank you once again for your time. I wish you a beautiful week. Yours, Vladimir.